Hi. So I'm back again. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rosemary. I'm just looking. This is very strange how this is working. But anyway, so my name is Rosemary and I am a unique presenter and I have a mirror in front of me, so I apologize. Everything I'm going to show you today is unique products. I usually wear contacts, but today, not so much. Just one of those days, making sure this stays on. I have it clipped in the back. So I'm going to start with some concealer. I already primed my face and my eyes. So let's start with that. I'm going to use the color Velour. And I just kind of pop it on wherever you want to conceal. I've used it on my whole face, so that's, you know, really up to you how you do it. Today I'm going to use my concealer brush. I'm just going to do this with it. And Velour is very light. It is very light, a light color for me. Sometimes I mix them. But today I'm not going to mix it. I'm just going to go down like this. And like I said, my face, my eyes, everything is primed. I already primed. So look at this. I look like a hot mess. But that's okay. So, like I said, I'm using some concealer on my face. I'm going to go in with a blending bud to just kind of pat it in. And it helps sometimes to look in the mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And this gives pretty good coverage. Like I said, I usually mix, but today I'm not going to mix. We'll see what we can come up with today. I usually pop on every day to do something. Just some fun stuff. And we'll see what we do. I think it was a little bit too wet, my blending bud, but that's okay. We make it work. You want it usually damp or wet, not sopping wet where, you know. But, so, that's pretty much how I do it. You are more than welcome to just do it in certain spots. That's up to you. I am going to add a little bit because I think I do need a little different color. Just a little, nothing too much. And we'll just blend that in a bit. So like I said, I'm trying to look on the mirror too. And for those of you who do usually watch or catch the replay, I switched my phone back because I just couldn't do it the other way. It didn't really make a difference even when I uploaded it, so I don't know. Like to YouTube, you know. So I'm just patting it in pretty good because you want it to set into your skin pretty well. It's going to help it last throughout the day. I have large pores, and somebody else may not see it, but I see it. I know it's there. It drives me nuts. So this kind of helps along with that. So that's the coverage that you get with just the concealer. So what I want to do, something a little bit different, and I'm going to use my loose powder concealer in the color Fabulous. And we're going to test the theory out and see how this works. For me. I'm just tapping a little bit into the lid. And I'm going to use my powder puff brush. That is a tongue twister right here. And I'm going to swirl it in and tap the excess. And then just kind of put it around like where you used your concealer. And then, and you want to tap it into, you know. And you don't want to go excessive. You rather, you know, it's better to start small and then build, you know. With anything, with all of our products are like that. So, like I said, if you need more, you go in, you tap again. And by patting it in, it helps it to set into your face, and it's not going to give you a cakey look. And then you just kind of dust off any excess. So I'm going to let that sit because I am going to use foundation too. So for now, we'll let that sit. We'll let it calm down and just get in there. Let's see. So I'm undecided. Do I want to work with palette 2 and 3 or just 3? So palette 2's got the darker colors. Sometimes I just take a swipe with my finger just to see what it's going to look like when you put it on. Because I'm not really sure, you know. I think I'm going to use the color Peppy, which is the black, in this palette. But I want to do palette 3 with some purples. So I'm thinking maybe Flippant. The cheeky is very dark, so that's going to appear like black, and I don't want to do that. So, because I'm going to use black. So let me go ahead with, let's try some Flippant, because it is a light purple. So I'm just going to put a little bit on, and then I'm going to leave it because I want to go in and do the crease, and then I'll go over this again with some more Flippant. Okay, so palette 3 has a black color that's irate. It is more of a darker color. So I want to go in with palette 2 and use Peppy because it's more of a softer black, and it is a, those are matte colors. This has a shimmer in it, so you can see. So I'm just tapping it onto my crease brush, and I just dab a little bit like to wipe it off. And I'm going to start here and then work in with it. Now with black, you always want to start small and then build, because it is a very dark color. And if you put too much on into your crease, you can look like somebody gave you literally a black eye. So for me, I don't want that look because it will happen to me. It will look that way because I have a hooded lid. So I'm trying to look in the mirror and kind of pay attention here too. So it's nice, you know. It's like I said, it's a softer black. So, but I do want to add more to the corner, just the corner here on the bottom. Because I'm going to mix it in with the Flippant. And what happens when you overblend is that you're just pulling the color off. If you are blending too much with the colors, it's just going to be a whole big swirl of a color. So you kind of don't want to do that. And I do tend to overblend sometimes, so it happens. But what you do is you just go back in and you add some more color. Unfortunately, once you have the big glob of color, it doesn't really, you probably have to wipe it off and start over. And I'm just looking because it says connection is weak, so I apologize for that. Hopefully you can still see. I don't know why it does that, because I'm very close to the box, the internet box, so my husband thinks I'm nuts. I had the same issue yesterday, like the internet kept kicking on and off, and I was trying to upload stuff to YouTube, and so I texted him and I told him that, and he's like, well, go upstairs closer to the box, and I'm like, but that doesn't help. So it was funny, but it happens. And I'm going light, and you don't have to go all the way to the corners either. You can just do the the corner here. You don't have to do it in the windshield wiper motion, but I just want a little bit over here, not a lot. So I'm going softer there and heavier on the corner on this side. So I am going up a little bit here, and I'll do the same over here. I am going to use a highlight on the top, so I'm not too worried about that. But I just want it to kind of look. See, it's easier to just dab a little bit and then go ahead and see, it looks so dark in there, but when I look here, it's not. So the holidays are coming, and I really did want to talk about it because I'm having a holiday kickoff event in my group. And some of you ladies who are in my group are going to watch this, or hopefully watch it. And, okay, so again, the internet keeps popping in and out, and I don't know why. So I'm hoping you guys can see all this. I apologize. I didn't do anything. I kind of paused and waited. So I was just blending this color, these colors, and I'm gonna go in and back over with Flippant. So I was talking about my holiday event, and I would really love to just showcase some products, you know, talk about some of the things that are great for gifts. I mean, they're good for anybody. And there's no obligations to buy. I want to do some giveaways. So if anybody is interested, please, please, please let me know because I'll add you to it. I'm just trying to get my hair out of the way here. Okay, so I want to go back over again with Flippant, which is from Palette 3, the purple. And I'm going to put some more here. So you can see that. And another thing that you can do is use your sponge tip and you can wet it and use the color that you want. So you want Flippant, we wet it a little bit, and I suggest to pat it on. And it kind of makes the color pop a little bit more. It really stands out with the purple in it. So you can see, and it's a nice method. And these brushes, they dry fast when they're wet, so you may have to re-wet it again to do the other side. But you don't want it sopping wet. You just want it just enough to pick up the color off of the palette. And I'm just trying to pat it on. Because I want the color to pop and stand out. So as you can see, I'm not going all the way to the corner because that's where I used Peppy. Then you could always put a little bit in the corner here too. Just a little bit to kind of open it up. So, is everybody excited that it's Friday? I'm just trying to see where I need to go here. So, I'm excited it's Friday, and it's been such beautiful weather here. So it's nice. Okay, I'm going to try something just a little bit to give it a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit of Tickled from Palette 3, which is that light pink color, with a dash of black of the Peppy. Just a little, because I want to add some softer, like a pink. Okay, and then you just kind of blend it in there. And really it's just a hint of it, so. And that's it. I hate these lines that I get. It's all part of getting old, I guess. Okay, so what you think? I think that that's pretty good. I'm just trying to think if I want to do anything else. And you can make the corners darker if you know, feel you need to. Just add a little bit more of the Peppy, which is black, a softer black. And I literally just dot it, you know, because you just don't need it. The brushes, they pick up so much of the color. I know some brands of makeup where you have to literally, like, you know, push that pad, and it's like it just doesn't, you know, it's just too much, and it's because it's not picking it up. So these are very pigmented, and that's what's nice. I think I'm going to go in with Romantic from Palette 2 to do the highlight. Just to add a little something. I keep looking at my brushes here. So I'm just going to take a little bit, like a dusting, and just kind of go in with it at the top. And it does have a shimmer too, so that's why I don't want to make it too much, because I already have the Flippant. And theoretically, yes, you can use Flippant again on the top if you want, but I just kind of wanted to break up the colors a little bit. So, and then you just blend a little bit too, if you need to. Sometimes you don't need to. But I just wanted to soften it up so it blends in with the crease color. So I'm getting all dolled up here to do nothing today. No, I do have stuff to do, but house stuff, nothing, you know. Okay, so I'm going to use Taffeta today in my liquid foundation. And I am going to use my blending bud to put it on. So I see that somebody is on and my connection is weak, and I apologize. And I can't see, like, if there's any commenting or anything. So I don't know what is going on with this, but I apologize. I will get messages later if there are any. So I'm going to use my blending bud, and I'm going to just put some on here. Just a few. And we're going to dot it. All over. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to dot it in. Let me use my mirror here so I can see what I'm doing. So now Taffeta is a little bit darker than Velour. You can use the powder puff brush to apply this. You could use the liquid foundation brush. So, see, this is what I was trying to avoid with my hair getting in the way, but it doesn't like to work sometimes. I get like the little flyaways, you know. So, I don't know. Everybody's different, like with the holidays. You might all think I'm crazy for starting to talk about them now, but I mean, really, we have what, 25? No, less than that. What, 23 days till Thanksgiving? So it goes fast, people. It really does. So I'm just kind of patting it in because you want it to set into your skin. And this look, this technique, hopefully, they say lasts you all day. And it doesn't move. Oh, excuse me. So, it's good for oily skin to do it like this with the powder and all that. So, what do you think? So what you could do is also go over it with Mineral Touch Press Powder, which will help if you have shine or anything like that. So for now I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go back with Peppy because I'm going to use it as a liner from Shadow Palette 2. And I'm using my liner shader brush. So I'm going to do my bottom. So just like that. And I'm not going to do any on the top today because I think that that would be too much black. Now, if you were going out at night, dancing out to dinner, whatever, sure, you can go ahead and add a little bit more. Because it just kind of makes it more dressier when you add more flair to it, I guess, you know. So yeah, somebody popped on to watch and they left, but thank you for coming on. Even if it was for 2 seconds, thank you. So what I'm going to do now with this is turn the brush over to the fluffy side, and I wiped it off because I had a little bit of the Romantic on there. And I'm going to go with Flippant again, which is what I used on my lid. And I'm putting a little bit on the brush, and I'm going to go on the bottom with it. Hopefully you can see it. I'm just kind of frosting up that soft peppy black color. So hopefully you can see that. It just kind of gives it a little something different. You may ask why, and I'll say because I can. Why not? It's makeup. And that's going to be it for the eyes. Going to do some brows. And I always do this. I always lose stuff. I don't know how I do these things because it hides. Things hide. Okay, so I'm going to do some brows. And then some mascara. And I don't know, what should we do with my lips? My lips really are not my favorite part of my face. That's probably why I don't like to use a lot of stuff on my lips. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just going to feather in some of this brow pencil. Just make sure I got enough on there. And I'm just filling in any spots that look like there's no, like there's a gap with your hair, your brow hair. And I follow the line of my brow, of my natural brow. That's it. That's all I do. don't draw any on. I don't try to fill it in and make them, you know, I just want to enhance what I already have. You know that they're already starting with Christmas movies? My husband was like, oh God, no, because he knows that I love to watch Christmas movies. Although I don't always watch it, you know, when he's home, so I don't know what he was yapping about. Christmas is my favorite holiday. It just is. I don't know, maybe it reminds me of being a kid, or I don't know. I like the whole theory behind it, you know. Not the gift giving, not the presents, but the families getting together, having a good time. I miss those days. My family used to always get together. Now I'm lucky if I see any of them or hear from them. Sad, you know, when you become an adult. Or when your parents are gone, because they're usually the glue. And siblings don't always care. And that's just sad. So I just went over it with the gel just to kind of set it and tame the brows. So yeah, with the Christmas movies, I enjoy watching them because it's the whole miracle stuff that could happen, you know, like a family having a husband and dad or whatever lose his job, and then like the town gets together and gives those kids a Christmas and stuff like that kind of thing. I like that, because you know that's the way the world should be, and somewhere along the way everyone lost that, I guess. I don't know. So I'm using the gel fiber gel, and I kind of cleaned my brush this morning, so I just want to make sure that I get it on there good. Did he do it? Sometimes when I go in the corner, I always get my nose with the gel. I didn't today though, so that's good. And before it dries is when you really want to go and put your fibers on. And you can go from the middle to the top, or just the tips, or you can start from the bottom and go up. I kind of do a little bit of mid lash and go up with it. Usually I'm wearing my contacts, so that's why I don't like to go all the way to the bottom, but you can. And you could really build upon this. You can do more than one layer. That's really just one. Look at the difference. Just so you can see, you know, it's really fun to play with. Oh, I have like a tickle, you know, to get these nice lashes without having to put fake ones on. And literally, like, if you don't have a lot of lashes, you could still do this, and it'll still make it look like you have full lashes. It's like 400% volumized. And this stuff is awesome. It's awesome to do that, and it gives you such good volume, and it's good for your lashes because of the vitamins in it and stuff. So look at that. You can leave it like that, or you can add fibers to it. That's up to you, you know. So now you can see the difference. It's really your preference how you want to get them to look. You tell me. You tell me this is not some crazy lash right here. Does it look like they're... Oh God, I have like, I don't know. I get on here and I just want to burp. I'm sorry. Okay, so you tell me, do they look bad? You know? I mean, look at the volume. They don't look clumpy. They don't look fake, because they're not. And you absolutely can put the fibers on the bottom. I don't, because look at that. I don't really need them. I've always had long lashes. Maybe not, you know, they're not as thick, but I've always had them long, so this just kind of enhances it. And they're not fake. And they're good for your eyes, because like look, mine have been working very nicely for me. You know, growing better and less fallout of my lashes. And you go over it with the gel again to set the fibers in. Now at this point, if you wanted to do another layer, you do that. You set it in with the gel and then you go back again with more fiber. And that's all. And you don't want to pump, you just want to twist, because pumping gets air and bacteria into the tube and it will dry it out. And bacteria, like I said, will get in there. And then when you use it, it's going to get on your eyes and irritate your eyes. I've had that happen, not with this, with the old, you know, store brand stuff. So even with store brand, you know, whatever brand you use, don't pump your mascara. You want to twist it. Every time I use this, I'm just amazed at how crazy they look. So this one hair just doesn't want to separate. So let me see if I can fix that problem. It's not clumped. There's nothing on it that's clumped. It's just the way the lash is. Because like I said, my bottom lashes they're not thick. And I didn't use any fiber on there, so it's not fiber. Apparently, like when you sleep, your eyelashes get all funky. And then you wash your face, which I did. And then when they dry, they dry crazy. So it bothers. It's the little things that I nitpick about. Okay, well, that's how it's gonna go. So let's do some blush or something. I don't know, maybe I need some bronzer. Put a little bronzer in to darken, you know, and give me a little glow. And I'm using my powder puff brush, the same that I used before. That's the nice thing about these, is that everything is so versatile. You can use them with everything. Okay. So, it looks pretty good like this. I think I'm going to use some blush. And I want to go in, I think I'm going to go with the softer color. I'm going to use Sweet, which is this pretty color right here. And these are mineral pressed blusher. They're very pigmented. So you don't want to go like this and then put it, because you're going to look like a clown. Some people like that look. I just literally like tap it like that and watch, because you got to go soft with it. I tap it on first, and then I kind of just wipe the brush a little bit, and then I'll go in and spread it, because you can see you want it to look natural, like your cheeks are just a little bit rosy. You know, you don't want it to be too, I don't know, too crazy, I guess. So you most certainly can if you want it, but you know. And I always make sure I go to the apples and get them. So that's what I do there. And if you need more, you just add a little bit more. But like I said, look at that. Look at how pigmented it is. So you really don't need a gigantic amount. So I have all my stuff here in the corner. I'm just putting it away. So I'm going to use some vanilla milkshake bonbon. So I have that now for moisture. I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go in and use this lipstick. It is called Sitting Pretty. It was from the Defend Innocence bundle. Look at how pretty that color is. And it's frosted. It's like a frosted pink. So it's really a pretty color. It's right here. But I think I want more flare. I do. So I'm going to use a little bit of gloss in the color Lovesick. Because it's got a little bit of, it's very pink, you know. So I'm just going over it a little bit with that on top of the Hopeful, right? That's what that was, Hopeful. Then I want to go ahead and use I'm going to use my older brush if I could find it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Flippant, which is what I use on my eyes. Look at that. I'm going to make it a little bit purpley. And the reason that I put the gloss is so that it helps the shadow, the eyeshadow, stick to it. So I'm going to put a little bit up here. So it's pretty cool, right? Matches. And I can go in with a little bit of Cheeky because it's darker. And let's do this. And with this now, you just blend it to give it that, like, you know, going with some more Flippant to make it lighter. So really, you can do anything with these shadow palettes. You can use them on your eyes, on your lips. So I think it's kind of cool. And if you want to lighten it up again, you just go over it with something if you don't want it this dark. And it helps to use the lip balm because that gives it the moisture, because the shadow could be a little bit drying, but the bonbon helps the moisture stay onto your lips first. Because yes, you can go ahead and use did I have it out? You can go ahead and use what I just did with the lip gloss, but it's not going to last because lip gloss dries. So at least if you use the bonbon first, you're keeping your under your lips moisturized. So lots of possibilities with these colors. And that's pretty much it for today. That's what I wanted to show you. So you can see, okay, I'm 40. I'm not 20. My face is not perfect. It is not flawless like, you know, baby skin with no imperfections. I have imperfections. I'm 40. So, you know, you live and you learn over the years, because when I was younger, I had really bad acne due to hormonal stuff that I didn't know about then. So I didn't know. I didn't take care of my skin as a young, you know, kid. So I have those issues. You get older, your skin ages along with you. So this is a nice alternative, this makeup, because it helps your skin. And it does give you quite a flawless look. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But for the most part, I can't complain about it. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions, message me. The link to my website is in the description above. It's magicalbeauties.com if you find any of these products that you want to purchase. If you need help choosing something, color match, anything, again, message me. I can do that for you. I feel like my tag was sticking out. I'm sorry. And I have like a hair. Okay, so anyway, have a fabulous weekend. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon.